What is up, my friends? It's good to be with you again. It's Richard here, and today probably one more review before we round up for 2015, getting into a new year in 2016. We're going to take a look at a couple of devices here which were sent to me from IJOY, manufacturer in China, who gave us the Asolo taste control, not temperature control, okay, box mod. This time around they've come up with something a little smaller right here in my hand, and also an RTA as well, sitting on the mod. That gives you the option of an RTA section. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the Solo Mini and also the Reaper RTA from IJOY. Hey, welcome back, guys. Okay, some quick information with the Solo Mini and also the Reaper tank just before we get into the close-ups. All right, the Solo Mini, apparently they dropped the A. Previously was called Asolo, now it's just Solo Mini. Okay, smaller in size compared to the big brother Asolo, which takes on two 18650s. This one just a single battery. Shape is pretty unique, which we'll get to see in the close-ups. Dimension is 40.4 by 23.4 by 84 millimeters in height. Okay, comes in various colors. Got myself the red and also a black one here. All right, so fires from 5 to 75 watts, does nickel and also titanium wires as well, besides stainless steel. Of course, it supports most wires, and fires between 300 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, or if you want to do it in Celsius, it's 150 to 315 degrees Celsius. Resistance range in TC mode, if you're using nickel or titanium, is 0.08 ohms all the way up to 1.5 ohms. In Kanthal, it's 0.5 ohm to 2.5 ohms. Material for this is made out of zinc alloy and Teflon coated, which is pretty strong material. In fact, I've dropped it once, hardly scratched it. Also, we'll get to see in the close-up of that little tiny scratch which I've got. I had dropped it actually on a tar road. All right, like I said, supports most wires. Okay, the Reaper tank, top fill method, which everybody loves, of course, and it uses 100% organic cotton for your stock coils. Does not come with an RTA. That is sold separately, but I think it shouldn't cost too much. If you want to do your own builds, you got to buy the RTA section. Okay, it's sold separately. This is a 22, I would say it's 22.5 millimeter to be exact in diameter by 65 millimeters in height. The stock coil that comes with it is rated at 0.6 ohms. Recommended firing is between 28 watts to 42 watts. Okay, the tank capacity is 3.8 ml, and it uses the latest cooling system, which we'll get to see in the close-ups. Okay, it comes in different colors as well. This one is supposed to be red, but it looks more like a little pinkish to me. Okay, so anyway, let's get into the close-ups. Come back, we'll vape on it, and I'll leave you with my thoughts. All right, catch you later. And we're going to start with the Solo Mini first. I'm going to put the tank aside. We'll come to that shortly. This is the packaging that it comes in a cardboard box like that. Picture of the device in white and black over here. Of course, they've got more options for you right at the back. You've got all the color options, all the separate different colors that you can choose from. This is red marked here, and that means in there you've got a red device. Solo Mini at the side, IJOY. And you've got taste control here printed on it, and also the wet side as well. All you got to do is just push and the sleeve comes off, cardboard sleeve, and you have a cardboard box here with two ribbons, so you can pull any of the ribbons and the device comes off. And underneath here you've got your scratch and check authenticity, just to make sure you've got yourself an authentic Solo Mini device in red. And take that out, you've got a little tug ribbon here again, tug, and the sponge comes off. Underneath you've got more coverings, and of course right now you have your micro USB charger and also a silicone sleeve for you to protect your device. If you so choose want to use it, you can go ahead, and we're going to put that aside. Of course, your warranty card here, you can read through the warranty card if you bought this product, and if you're buying it, make sure you read the entire manual. It'll give you a better understanding of how the device actually behaves and works, and it'll show you how to work the settings as well, all the different settings that you want to use. Okay, so it's going to show you all that, and it comes in two different languages, Mandarin, Chinese, and also English as well. Right, putting this aside, let's get a look at the device right now. This is your Solo Mini. I'm going to go closer. Solo Mini right here, and that's your firing button. It's a little bit rattly. You move the button around, yeah. And besides that, you've got your display screen here and your T button here, plus, minus, and also if you're going into taste control, just press the bottom here and it goes into taste control, which will come to once I put a battery in there. USB charge port, and underneath logos. On top you've got your 510 spring loaded pin. Just want to show you, test it out. It's got quite a bit of tension, but it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Alright, so if you're still using, you know, atomizers that require bottom air feed, you've got your air channels here as well. That's a nice red it's got, and that's your battery panel. Just open up, held on by 2 magnets on each end, one on this end and one on this side. Okay, positive, negative marked clearly, positive, negative. It's got 2 Phillips head screws to hold this whole entire section down onto the mod as well. So all you got to do is just get a fresh battery. I think this is a used battery that I was using earlier on, and just align the negative and the positive correctly, push it and it goes in. Right, so it stays in there, and then all you got to do is just close it back. Right. Only thing I notice is there's a little gap here on each end, so it's actually got some space here, right, which is not very pleasant. Sometimes you know, you're holding your mod and it goes like that. Anyway, no atomizer, that's what it says here, and we're going to attach an atomizer right now. I'll get the Reaper tank that I was using, just fix it on. Alright, basically charge port here, plus, minus, like I said. Coil, new coil, same coil. Right, since I've been using it, it's the same coil. I'll just click the bottom T here, and it goes into right back start from 15 watts. That's your battery indicator there, which is about, you know, halfway down the battery. And on top there you have your resistance, 0.62, because I didn't tighten it properly, so it's actually 0.62. That's the stock coil that comes with a 0.6 ohm coil. Right, next you have the voltage there. Underneath the voltage you've got your battery drain in amps and battery indicator. This is your puff counter, your watts. Okay, increase, decrease, decrease on this side. On the right side goes down to 5 watts, increase on the other end, and it goes all the way up to 75 watts, which it scrolls quite quickly as well. There you go, 75 watts. Right, I'm just going to show you a few settings here. You want to go into, you know, taste control, the T here at the bottom, just press it and hold it. It goes into taste control. 100% standard degrees Fahrenheit, and you have this little teardrop. If you don't have enough juice in there, you're about to get a dry hit, this is going to start blinking and it's going to automatically cut off your power. You're not going to get to fade. That means your tank is about to finish, you know, and you've got to refill it. Okay, this is a little bar that grows every time you hit the fire button, and if your cotton in there is not saturated properly, the bar is going to grow really fast, hit the top, and this starts to blink and it'll cut off your power. Okay, so that's how it works. So this is in taste control, and if you're using temperature control wires like nickel or titanium, all you got to do is just go back out to normal power mode, click it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and it'll ask you to choose nickel or titanium. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Go back into power mode again. 1, 2, 3, and choose either nickel or titanium. If you're on nickel, then just hold it for a while, hold on for a while, and it'll go back, and you can see it says nickel at the side here. Okay, so it's titanium, it'll tell you it's titanium. That's about it. And to adjust the temperature, plus, minus, as you can see, it moves and it goes all the way down, and then after that it changes to Celsius. All right, and from Celsius it goes back to Fahrenheit again. So it's up to you whether you want to use on Fahrenheit or on Celsius. So it's set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and if you're on temperature control with nickel wire, it's going to fire. All right, so that's how you use it. Back to what I call power mode again. Just press and hold, goes back to power mode. Basically just that, just a couple of settings. If you want to learn about all the settings, and if you're buying the product, make sure you read through the entire manual. It'll tell you everything about it. All right, next we're going to go on to the Reaper tank. All right, so this is the Reaper tank, the packaging in a jewel case like that. It says IJOY for your joy. Picture of the device, Reaper. Okay, that's the logo there. Red sticker, that means you've got a red tank in there. Open it up. Of course it comes plastic shrink wrap and with these tamper-proof stickers, which I've just removed, you know, as I'm going to show you. And that's the device sitting in there. That's supposed to be a red device, but the red doesn't seem to, you know, be the same as the red one on the mod. It says Reaper here, the logo. That's how the device looks like. A lot of, you know, knurlings for you to grip and hold. Very simple RTA. That's your drip tip on top there, which is removable. You can put in any of your own drip tips if you so wish to. 510 pin at the bottom, non-adjustable, stainless steel. And that's your airflow control here. Fully open, close, and you can adjust to whatever size air hole you want. Right? On both sides. And you've got your windows here for you to see your juice level. It's protected by the stainless steel. In there is glass. Okay, let's open up the device, unscrew it on top, and this is your fill port. Okay, one for juice to go in, one for air to come out. That's your top cap. Pretty heavy piece as well, stainless steel. Grip, open up the tank section, and it comes off like that. This is one piece. The tank is inside, you can't remove it, so if you want to wash, you just got to rinse it off and let it dry. Okay, so this is your stock coil. Stock coil opens up like that, and that's how your stock coil looks like. Comes with a 0.6 ohm coil, and how the air goes in is it goes in through this air hole, right? And there's a space between the coil and the wall of the device. So basically what happens is when you have the coil in there, air goes in here, goes around and into these air holes here, directly facing your coil. You can see the coil inside, and it goes in there, cooling your coil directly. That's your unique cooling system that was talking about. So it's a dual coil in there, dual Kanthal coil with Japanese organic cotton. These are both your juice holes, and that's your contact to the pin below. Alright, so to put in the coil, just screw it in clockwise, and air goes in here. As you can see, there's space all around. Yeah, it's going in there into that air hole, directly facing the coil to cool your coil. And this is a juice hole. Alright, so to put it back, just screw it back on again, fill in juice, put this back, and the drip tip, and you're all set. Right, also just to let you have a look at the Reaper tank replacement coils, and this is sold separately, so it comes in a separate box like that. It says one piece here, and right over here it's marked 0.25 ohms, 0.6 ohms, rebuildable single coil, rebuildable dual coil. This is a rebuildable single coil in there, and you just remove the sponge from the box, and you have your bag of spares here, spare coils, and also Phillips screws, little blue screwdriver, and some cotton here, Japanese organic cotton, and that RBA sits in there like that. So this is how the RBA looks like. As you can see, it's the same thing as the stock coil. You've got a single coil in there, juice holes, and your air hole at the side here. You've got a little Phillips screw here where you can just remove it with a screwdriver so that you can open up the inside. So once you got that removed, be very careful you don't drop this because it's so tiny, but again, they've got replacements in there just in case you drop it. Remove it, and that's it. The whole chimney cover comes off, and that's how it looks. Okay, you've got screws here, here on each side, and that's your single coil in there. So this is a pre-made coil, so that's exactly how you would want to rebuild it. Alright, so once you've got your cotton, just snip it off and align it back. Make sure this goes in here so that you can put back your screw in. Best way to do it is get a screwdriver, fit the screw in here, and get it in, and then just screw it back. Alright, so once you get it screwed down, that's it. That's how you work it. And you see the cotton actually blocks the hole so that it doesn't leak. Vapor production is pretty decent. The flavor is quite good. Let's talk about the device first. Solo Mini, very similar, if not the same as the Asolo taste control mod, not temperature control. Yeah, just let me remind you that. Taste control, done a review of the Asolo, which is a 200 watt box mod, and it's a lot bigger than this. Takes in two 18650s. This takes in just one battery. So you could actually check it out, the review, the links below. Pros and cons for the Solo Mini to start with. Nice and small in the hand. I like it. It fits really perfectly well in the hand. It's got a very unique shape, as you've seen in the close-ups. The face, you know, is sort of like at the side instead of in the front like that, or the back. Okay, nice colors. They got the red very nicely done, although the Reaper tank is looking more like a pink than a red. But as for the device, the red is really nice and red. Okay, every time I use it on what do you call taste control, it keeps blinking. That thing keeps blinking and says that my coil is dry, which, you know, sometimes I don't think so. When I use it back on what do you call power mode, it's fine. Okay, so also according to the instruction manual, probably haven't recognized my, you know, coil yet, my vaping style, so to speak, but I've been vaping it for so long and it still does that. So I'd rather vape on power mode. In fact, I've set it to taste control right now. I'm going to take a vape. Now it works. If you can get the taste control to work, it's a really nice vape. Okay, but if you can't, it keeps blinking on you. It can annoy the hell out of you. Okay, and that's very temperamental. For me, I'd rather just stay on power mode. And when I'm having it on sleep mode, if I haven't been vaping for a while, what it does is when I wake it up and fire the fire button, it shows me new atomizer. When I see that, it freaks me out, because what it does is it resets the power back to 15 watts. So whatever you've set it to, like 28 watts or something like that, it just drops back down to 15, and you got to set it all over again. So that is very annoying. Every time it goes into sleep mode, when I wake it up, it happens like that. Or wake it up, it'll ask me new coil or old coil. Okay, that is not so bad. So if I click old coil, it gives me, you know, what I had set it before in terms of power. But when it sleeps like that, I click it and it asks me new atomizer. It shows me new atomizer, then I have to reset the whole thing again. So that's another no-no for me. Okay, battery cover, that little gap on top, they got to do something about that. On the other hand, the Teflon coating on top, that is really, I can vouch for that, pretty strong, because I actually, like I said, dropped it on the tar road here, and it's just got a little tiny scratch. That's about it. Firing button, if you move your fingers across like that, it rattles. All right, so that's it for the device. It's okay, it works, but like I said, the taste control, maybe I'm not doing it right, but it acts up on me and it's really annoying. Reaper tank, the tank here, a lot of spit back with the stock coil. Even with the stock coil, when I vape on it, it spits back. Okay, when I first put in a new fresh coil, it was really spitting back at me a lot. You see, new atomizer. This is really annoying. How long was the last time I vaped on this? Now it's at 15 watts again, and I've got to set it back up again to 28 watts before I can vape on it. So this is what I mean. It's very annoying. So spit back, other than that, good flavor, decent vapor production, but the spit back is really bad. Okay, I haven't tried the RBA. I'm going to do a build on the RBA and see if I can get, if I do get, you know, spit back like that. Otherwise, I'll just have to tilt the coil a little bit to an angle where the spit back will hit the wall instead. Okay, so this is my take on the RTA, the Reaper RTA. The RBA section, as I mentioned, it's sold separately. So if you want to use the RBA, you're going to buy it separately, which shouldn't cost a lot. So anyway, that's my take on both these devices, the Solo Mini and the Reaper tank from IJOY. So price and where you can get one, I'm not sure. I didn't do a check, but I think the device, you can get it from GearBest for about $46.98 US, and in the US you can get it for around $55 US for the Solo Mini. The tank, I'm not too sure. Okay, so anyway, you can always Google up and find out. In Malaysia as well, I think it's not come to our shores yet. Nobody's brought it in just yet, but I'm sure in time to come somebody's going to bring it in. So that's the Solo Mini that I have here, and also the Reaper tank. As you can see right now, I don't know whether you can see it, but it's showing me new coil. It's blinking, as you can see. It's asking me new coil or same. So that's my take on this. Well, right now, so I have the black one. I'm going to keep the red one, and I'm going to be giving away right now a black Solo Mini if you want to test it out for yourself and see if you like it, and also a black Reaper tank. Okay, that doesn't come with the RBA section. Like I said, the RBA section is sold separately. So I'm giving this two away to one lucky winner. All you got to do is just leave a comment in the comment box. I'll get in touch with you once I've chosen the winner. I'll get your details and send it to you. All right, good luck to you. One more vape, we'll call it a wrap. See, it's blinking. Same coil. Of course, it's the same coil. Oh, sorry, it's set back to 15 watts again. Now this, really not my day. All right. So anyway, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support throughout the years, and for 2015. You have a good year in 2016, and if I don't see you, I'll catch you next year. Happy New Year. God bless. Bye for now.